Could you explain why you got into it? What makes
Yeah.
it special?
So XRP is actually the token. Ripple, actually, so just take it all the way back. When it was first minted, it was called XNS.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was by OpenCoin. OpenCoin gifted 80% of the supply to Ripple. The founders kept 20%, which is pretty common across most of the assets that are out there. A lot of them have sold off over the years. Ripple rebranded it Ripples, and that's where everybody else kind of still gets confused on it. 2014, the IMF came out with a white paper talking about an exchange rate peg, and their abbreviation in that white paper was XRP.
Got it.
Shortly after that, Ripple rebranded the token XRP, and it's been that ever since. So it's its own decentralized open source network. I would argue actually more decentralized than some of the other networks, but we'll save that conversation. So, the whole premise behind this, the stigma in the space is it's the banker's coin.
Yeah.
Right. And I would actually say, yes, it is the banker's coin. It's what banks are going to use to settle between counterparties across borders. I believe it's what will end up settling the back end of the stock market, the FX market, commodities, eventually being labeled a tier 1 asset by the BIS.
Wow. So you're that confident?
Yes.
Have you seen sort of documents on this, or you're just like?
I've been really blessed to be in rooms and have some conversations with some people.
Got it.
Talked to MasterCard and Visa back in 2024. We talked to R3. We did a project with them. I can't talk about the project, but they had a lawsuit with Ripple back in 2014, 2015, ended up settling for 1.04 billion XRP that they use. So R3 doesn't have its own settlement token, but it's infrastructure. They're kind of like the Oracle for large institutions. They build out proprietary blockchain infrastructure inside of Corda, which is their blockchain. But because it doesn't have its own settlement mechanism, they leverage XRP as the primary settlement layer for that infrastructure.
Got it. Are any banks using it yet?
So it's been trialed in a lot of different places. It's never been effectuated. Banks aren't using it to exchange value yet.
Okay.
I believe that's because there's not enough liquidity in the token. They're actually going to have to drive the price much higher for them to start leveraging it in that capacity.
What's the liquidity now, and what would you think it has to be to get to that level?
I mean, total market cap right now is around 130, 140 billion. I think that the market cap's going to look absurd at the price point that I'm just going to throw out here. I think it needs to be north of $50 to $100 a token.
Wow.
Before there's enough liquidity in it for them to be able to start settling between counterparties at a massive scale.